Back to the weekend with early voting starting in just 29 days. Can you believe that? 29 days. Democrats are hoping to keep their recent surge in momentum this week's national convention with help from some of their party's biggest political stars. President Biden will deliver one opening night keynote on the first night on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, a speech from former President Barack Obama. Governor Tim Walz will take the stage Wednesday night, and Thursday's marquee event, Vice President Kamala Harris, will formally accept the Democratic nomination. And new this morning, this year's host, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson will also speak, welcoming Democrats to their neck of the woods. The DNC also announced the themes on each of these nights centered around For the People, For Our Future. Joining us now, DNC Chair Jamie Harrison, who's looking calm, cool, collected.
And up early, because again, they're an hour behind because he's in Chicago. Thank you, Chairman Harrison, for joining us this morning. For people that maybe have never been to a convention before or don't understand the party process of it all, can you just talk about the role that you play in conjunction with Chair of the Convention, Minyon Moore, and what is going to happen on Monday specifically?
Yeah, well, thank you, and good morning to all of you. Well, you know, the convention is an entity of the national party. So the RNC held their convention in Milwaukee, and we're holding our convention in Chicago. And so we work very closely with our convention team to work on the programming, to work on all of the accommodations that are necessary, from the housing to the facilities there, working with Secret Service and the local police on all of the security. So it really is a multifaceted, there's so many aspects to putting on a convention, particularly when a convention this size. We expect 50,000 people. And I think, and Michael, can you tell me if I'm wrong, but I think our convention, our footprint's a little larger than the Republican convention because we have more delegates as well. Yeah. And because we have so many other entities, labor, and those various coalitions that make up the Democratic Party, it's a lot of moving parts. But I can tell you, Chicago, the state of Illinois, they have rolled out the red carpet. The way that they pitch, they have been that way every single day. They have done nothing but the absolute best to make sure that this convention is the best convention that Democrats have ever had.
We've talked about enthusiasm, some of the enthusiasm that we're seeing coming out of the Sun Belt. Let's pull up these numbers from the New York Times. These are likely voters. Arizona U.S. Senate, Gallego leading Lake 51-42. In Nevada, Rosen leading Brown 49-40. The North Carolina governor's race, Josh Stein, who we had on the program yesterday, 49% over Mark Robinson, 39%. And then when you talk about Harris and Trump, Harris is leading Trump in Arizona 50-45%. That is within the margin of error. I wonder, the map has expanded. I don't need to tell you that. At some point, though, there has to be a strategic decision about what the most likely path to victory is. I wonder if you see that beginning to crystallize and where you want to invest your resources.
Well, the big thing for us is we've always been focused on a 50-state strategy. Understanding that, yes, there's some primary battleground states for the presidential election. Yes, there's going to be some interesting states that we have to focus on for the U.S. Senate. House, we have some races in some of the non-presidential battleground states, and then gubernatorial elections. Now, sometimes all of those things stack up, and they're all in one state, and then sometimes they're not. And so our approach at the DNC for the last 3.5 years, thanks to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the investments they've made in our party, is to make sure that we are investing significant resources across the board in all states so that as we get to Election Day and we see that there's a race that is popping up that wasn't on anybody's radar, we do have some resources. We do have some infrastructure to be able to compete and eventually win in those particular races. And so we will be focusing a lot on the presidential battleground. That's the road that the DNC primarily takes. But our sister committees, the DTRIP, the DS, the governors, are all looking at the other ways that they can add to their rosters, and we're going to be there to backstop and support them in those efforts. So every state, we're going to compete. There are Democrats all over the country, in all 50 states, Democrats who live abroad. For the first time, I am putting $500,000 into our Dems abroad, because there are millions of Americans that live abroad that vote in many of these battleground states, that vote in many of these targeted House and Senate races. And so we want to make sure that we are talking with them and communicating with them about the importance of getting their ballot in and getting their ballot in time so that we can win these very, very close races.
So first, Chairman, I applaud you on the last point you made. I've been working with expats and our servicemen and women abroad for well over 10 years now, and they are the forgotten voters. And so when I was at the RNC, we paid particular attention to them. And I do a lot of work now as the chair of the U.S. Vote Foundation, Overseas Vote Foundation, for that very purpose, making sure our citizens abroad have access to the ballot box, and states need to stop monkeying around and help the chairman out and support the effort for our overseas patriots to vote. So that said, I want to, all this planning and work that you're doing and efforts that you're making, Chairman, you need to stop this, because you're making Donald Trump mighty nervous. You're making Republicans a little bit scared, because Axios is reporting Trump's apparent inability to stay on message is grating on some of his Republican allies on Capitol Hill. Now? That's just happening now? Who worry the 2024 election is slipping away from their party. Republican lawmakers fear that an unfocused campaign could doom their chances of winning control of Congress. At the core of this concern is the effort that Democrats have stepped into. And I'll be straight up frank, this has not been your playbook in the past. But under your leadership, sir, you have managed to focus this like a laser on the battleground congressional districts, on the battleground states. Talk a little bit about that strategy and how it came together. Even before this momentum with Kamala Harris, this work had begun. And because I know Republicans were concerned about it a year ago, not just in this current time and framing.
Well, Michael, I'll put it, a lot of people ask, well, what are you guys doing at the DNC? What are you doing? For 3.5 years, we've been focused on pouring resources into all of our states. A lot of people look at Howard Dean's 50-state strategy as the golden age for the DNC in terms of investing in those state parties. We, in our midterms, we put 40% more into state parties. We created a red state fund than what Howard Dean did in 2006. And so we've been focused on that. And that's thanks to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in helping us garner the resources to do just that. And then on top of that, there's been unprecedented collaboration between the DCCC, the DSCC, and the DGA and the DLCC. I'm on a text chain or a signal chain with Gary Peters and Susan Delbene, and we were all on your show a few weeks ago. But we all, the three of us, stay in close collaboration to look at polling that we're doing, to look at where we are seeing some traction, some things, red alerts on issues that we need to be all cognizant of. And so our staffs also work very closely together. And I don't think that has happened historically in the past in the Democratic ecosystem. And so we're all aligned. We're all on one page. We're in formation. We are focused like a laser on not just winning the White House back, but making sure that the House, the Senate, we pick up gubernatorial elections, that we flip some state House seats. And that is all in alignment. And again, we're going to be focused on that from now until Election Day, as we've been focused on it for the last 3.5 years.